The Blanchard River Demonstration Farms Network is a joint partnership between the U.S. Department of Agriculture Natural Resources Conservation Service and the Ohio Farm Bureau Federation. The project is designed to showcase and demonstrate leading-edge conservation practices. Strip tillage and subsurface placement are tools that can help improve water quality while reducing fertilizer usage and increasing yields. Shane Kellogg, a cooperating farmer in the network, sees the benefits of this practice.
We're applying probably about 40% less dry fertilizer in the strip than we would if we broadcast, because it's, there's mathematical equations, but you're 30 times more efficient because it's right where you're planting. And so that 40% savings in dry, fertilizer is your top input cost on the farm, so that helps out a lot. And then even with those 40% reduction in fertilizer, we're actually still seeing a yield bump.
The Kelloggs have been experimenting with strip tillage for a few years.
This is actually our second unit. We had a spring tillage unit before. It was all coulter tillage. We liked it. It just complicated a lot of things in the spring. Just a lot going on in the spring, trying to rush and get crops in the ground and, deal with hundreds of tons of dry fertilizer too, and just the logistics of it. So we moved to the fall rig, which is sitting here behind me. The knife is typically 8 to 10 inches, usually really in between 9 and 10 is usually how deep we drag the knife. The fertilizer, we're not dropping completely that deep. They have, Orthman has injector tubes, but and they say it doesn't fall to the bottom of the trench, but our soils aren't like most. They're pretty clayey and stiff, especially down at 10 inches. And, when you open it, it's hard to tell what it's doing down there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stay open. And you're going to get some that trickles to the bottom of the trench. So we're injecting actually probably 4 inches above ground level, and it shoots it right in the back of the slit where the knife's running. And if you dig, you can find fertilizer from a 1/2 inch to 6 inches.
The practice works well in cover crops too.
Last year it done a phenomenal job in covers that were planted in August, but we had a lot of preventative plant ground last year, so we didn't get everything planted. And we went in and seeded mainly oats and turnips and radishes, some winter peas. It done an awesome job through them. I mean, I was making strips in October that you just wanted to get the planter out and plant into because they look so beautiful. There's a lot of options out there, just like the strip freshener we built. We have some neighbors here a couple roads over. They have a planter that they have the planter unit still on it, and they're just dropping dry fertilizer right down through the planter unit. And you can find old planters for pretty cheap and, strip boxes off of it. And you still got to have a fertilizer delivery system, but there's definitely cheap ways to do it.
For more information on the Blanchard River Demonstration Farms Network, visit BlanchardDemoFarms.org.